enough. Let's get to the game. It might have been the game of the playoffs so far. Just no offense to anybody who was playing in the playoffs earlier. We need to take a look.
Shots fired early. You hear that? Pat, it starts early with her.
Well, we petty.
Well, it started early for the Boston Celtics. They had it all going, and then all of a sudden, we need that fountain of youth that Al Horford has.
I know, 5 points with 2 minutes to go. I don't do all that NBA 98% chance of winning, but their percentage chance of winning was pretty high.
Well, and then Pat Connaughton got Giannis in the
Look at
face.
this. Look at that. I didn't even know that. 232 when trailing by +6 in 2 minutes. God, we're good.
Well, and then Bobby Portis, the miss. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 2 of 17 from 3 in this series. He says, you know what?
I'm 3 for 18.
I'm going to take it anyways and make it when it matters.
It's called growth.
It's called growth? Okay. It's called belief. Oh,
well, this is called growth, and that's called a stuff because, my goodness. And then
I know. That's old school basketball going for layups. But
Bobby
Drew,
Bifocals makes the play to Drew Holiday.
That is just so big. Drew stepped up big. Neither of these guys shot well, but this was the most crucial play right here of the night.
Well, Giannis makes the first free throw. Misses his second. Marcus Smart had it. Bobby.
Big time, Bobby.
Big time, Bobby. The Bucks bench loves it. Let's take one more look at that.
Coach, you got to put some rebound on the floor.
Got to put some big boys on the floor.
Use your timeout at the end.
Yeah.
Well, the Celtics, they still have one more chance, down by just one, 11.4 seconds left. They get it into Marcus Smart.
Pat Connaughton.
That was just a great play. Great job by Pat Connaughton, not fouling, not swiping down, just being straight, just showing your hands perfectly, allowing for the help defense to come over, and then watch this play.
But how about the wherewithal of Drew Holiday to be able to throw it off of Marcus Smart, to have the awareness of what's going on, and then if it wasn't done then, it's done now. Drew Holiday makes the final play of the game. The Bucks loves it. Marcus Smart knows. He knows he messed up. There was plenty of talk about Holiday's defense after the game. Take a listen.
Just a great instinctive play by Drew. Smart just, had an angle, drove the baseline, and, Drew just, like I said, I'm not sure exactly where he came from.
No, I didn't see him. It wasn't, the play was actually, JT was supposed to come up and get it, but everybody was just standing around. And, we had no timeouts, and it was a 5-second count on the way.
It was a little miscommunication. I was supposed to come off the pin down from Al. I guess the play broke down and Smart drove baseline.
I just got open, tried to make a play. Drew did a good job of, helping.
I just saw Marcus drive and Pat kind of cut him off and felt like he couldn't see Jaylen Brown behind him, so I just went up for extra protection and got the block. I didn't want to hit it and make it go out of bounds. I wanted to keep it in bounds. I think it's just kind of, like you said, instinctual. It's not like I planned it out or anything, just went after it. So yeah, just try to grab it.
Big time plays down the stretch, and that's what Drew does. At the end of the day, you live or die with Drew making decisions like that.
2 stats really explain how the Bucks were able to outscore the Celtics by 12 in the fourth to come back. Milwaukee made all 6 of its 3-point attempts in the fourth. Boston, they didn't even attempt a long-distance shot. And then the Bucks, they also dominated the backboards 14-6. So there was so much to this comeback that we're going to take some serious time, pause, talk about it all. But before we get to that huge defensive play by Drew Holiday, it wouldn't have even been there to be had. They wouldn't be in that position if there wasn't some great shot making late. Giannis's 3, of course, we saw Drew tying it up off the Smart turnover, and then the putback by Bobby. What do you make of all of that, Kendrick Perkins?
Well, obviously we know the Celtics tricked the game off, right? We see that. But I want to give a lot of credit to the Bucks. We look at the Milwaukee Bucks, talked about it yesterday. I said Bobby Portis needed to, impose his will on this series. He did that. I believe 14 points, 15 rebounds. But we got to start appreciating the greatness of Giannis Antetokounmpo. That was a LeBron James type performance in the playoffs in the Garden. To walk in that hostile environment without one of your key guys in Chris Middleton and go in there and give them a 40-piece wing dinner, all flats, lemon pepper style, and to do it in great fashion, and to take that 3-point shot. Right? We talk about everything that Giannis can't do. We talked about it when he couldn't shoot free throws and afraid to get to the line. He did that. And look at that moment right there. Giannis not taking that shot last year around this time in the postseason. He has the confidence. And when I look at him, I talk about on the verge where he's going for as being an all-time great, the second greatest power forward behind Tim Duncan if he keeps this up. But we're going to have to talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo being on Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore? Does that mean,
Yeah, like some people going to have to move aside.
Don't pay attention to him. What I'm saying is, that, look, you go 40 and 11. Mount Rushmore. Do you know how many faces are on Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, 4.
Yeah, he ain't gonna make top. I'm glad, man.
Why? But why wouldn't
not
he?
top 4?
But why wouldn't
of power forwards?
But,
yeah.
but why not?
I can put
But
him on
tell me why not? We have at least. But we have at least 8 more years of seeing this Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, and we will see.
Okay,
we'll
cool.
See, because there's still the Magics, the Larrys, there's a lot. Anyways, 40 and 11, what he was able to do and literally carry the team is so impressive. I love everything about it because they shouldn't have won this game, and because part of the reason why they shouldn't have won is these numbers and the way they were playing and the style of play was more reminiscent of what they were doing when they lost a couple years ago.
To Toronto.
Before Middleton took that big leap.
Before they traded for Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday. Before Middleton took that leap, the same way Giannis took that leap. Middleton took that leap to be that dude, late in games, creating plays, setting up Giannis, creating for himself and creating for others. They don't have that now. So now Drew has to shoot 24 shots. That's not the best version of Drew, but Drew's trying to step up. So this Milwaukee team, they're gutting it out. They are gutting it out. In my opinion, if they would have had Chris Middleton, this would be over in 6.
I think they're harder champions, too. I think that we've seen that down the stretch. Shooting free throws, not making them, getting the offensive rebound, all that doesn't come from, you can't plan that. That's just heart of a champion. So, I mean, for me, from a coaching standpoint, I probably would have made some adjustments, put a little rebounding out there towards the end, but just overall towards the end, man, you showed that why they were the champions last year.
Well, and on the other side of the floor, the Celtics, they just they failed to execute down this stretch.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.